Yesterday's mistakes don't have to define today's decisions. As long as there's breath in your body, there's still purpose for your life. God was growing me before he was promoting me. Good morning, Dame fam. Welcome back to another episode of Morning Inspiration with Dame. Yours truly here. Yes. So whether you're heading to work, you're getting the kids ready, you're driving to class, or enjoying a quiet moment before the day begins, thank you for spending part of your morning with me. I really do appreciate you guys. All right, so this week we have been growing together. We really have, you guys. This has been an amazing week so far, because on Monday reminded us to bloom where God has planted us. Tuesday challenged us to let go of what we can't control. Yesterday encouraged us to celebrate the small wins, right? Now today, you guys, I want to talk about something that's often misunderstood. So today's message is called, you guys, choose joy anyway. Choose joy anyway. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions about joy is that it depends on our circumstances, right? Because we think we finally have joy when we get the promotion, when the bills are paid, when the relationship improves, when life finally, slows down, right? But if our joy always depends on our circumstances, then our circumstances will always control us. Over the years, you guys, I learned that joy is deeper than happiness. Because happiness comes and goes, right? But joy stays rooted. It just stays right there. Now, there have been moments in my life when I smile on the outside while carrying heavy burdens on the inside. That's true. Because there were seasons of uncertainty, moments when I questioned God's timing, times when I struggled with discouragement and wondered what was next for me. But even during those seasons, you guys, God continued to remind me that his presence has never left me. Because it says in his word, you guys, that he will never leave us nor forsake us. That's true. That's true, you guys. So that's why I love, that's why James 1:2 speaks to me, you guys, the most. And it says this right here: consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. Let's read that again. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. Now, at first, you guys, that verse seems very difficult, right? Because that's why I had to read it again. Now, how can we experience joy during trials? I want you guys to answer that. How can we experience joy during trials? Because James is not saying the trial itself is joyful. He's not. He's reminding us that God is producing something through it. Patience, perseverance, faith, character. Now, those are the gifts that often grow in difficult seasons, right? Now, looking back over my own journey, I can honestly say some of my greatest growth didn't happen when life was easy. It happened when life required me to trust God more deeply. Amen to that. Amen to that. When I had to pray, even when I didn't have the answers, when I choose gratitude despite disappointment, when I kept showing up like I always do, though progress felt very slow. That's where joy begins to grow, you guys. That's where joy begins to come inside your life. And I have also realized that joy is contagious. It is, because when you choose hope, you encourage someone else. When you smile at a stranger, or you check on a friend, or remind someone, that they're loved, you're spreading joy in ways you may never fully realize. Did you guys get that? Have you guys been noticing that? Because choosing joy doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It does not. It means refusing to let your emotions have the final word. Because God has the final word at the end of the day. Okay? So here's today's challenge for y'all. Because I want you guys to do just three things today. Just three things today. I want you guys to smile at someone who might need encouragement. Send a text to someone you appreciate and write down 3 reasons you're thankful today. I want you guys to do those 3 things right there because simple choices like these can shift your perspective in powerful ways than you ought to imagine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for another Morning Inspiration with Dane. Yes, yes, yes. Now, if today's message encouraged you, send it to someone who could use a little hope today. All right. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and become part of the Dane fam where we're choosing faith, hope, and growth every single morning, you guys. And until next time, take care of yourself, take care of somebody else, keep trusting God, choosing joy, growing, and remember this, you guys. Joy is not found in perfect circumstances. It's found in God's faithful presence. That's right. That's right. Be blessed, y'all.